you can see, I got a haircut. I just needed to cut off all the emotional garbage. Yeah, it feels really fresh and new. I had a really important lesson the other day. I was actually realizing that being in the darkness right now is comforting, and that I'm not ready yet to be in the light again. I'm saying that while the sun's coming out and touching my face. We are always so scared of the darkness. We are always so scared being in those dark moments of our lives. But I had an experience where I was sitting in the darkness and there was some candlelight, and I felt so protected. And I felt so held and safe and like being in a cradle. And I couldn't see much, but everything was so still and silent and comforting. And then the light was switched on. It felt overwhelming. And this was when I was realizing I'm not ready yet to go back into the light, and I still need time to grieve and to process. And realizing this and also feeling it and experiencing it in my body was so powerful, and it really helped me to embrace the darkness. It helped me to celebrate even that moment of being in darkness right now, being in this dark moments in my life right now, and seeing the beauty in it. So I want to leave you with this question. If you feel you are in darkness right now, is there something in it which maybe doesn't feel so scary? Or is there just this danger? And is there maybe also some stillness, some comfort? This feeling of you can just go somewhere and hide, which can feel safe as well. You know, it's like we can compare it to winter, and then we wake up and we go into spring. But also the trees and flowers needs its time. They are gonna bloom when they're ready. So will I. Gonna bloom again when I'm ready. I feel a lot of sadness and grief. I feel that the anger is vanishing a bit. I feel under all this wave of emotions and this up and down is a deep trusting. And especially being here on this land, on these fields I have cried because of so many men. And I feel like this nature is creating this container, and there's so much stillness, and I come here at different times of my life, and I'm the one who's in the flow and who's constantly changing. Coming back here always feels really good. I see how far I've come. I see how much I evolved. I see how much more I rest in myself. I was talking with a friend yesterday, and she was saying something really beautiful. One of the lessons she learned recently was how in uncertainty lays a lot of safety. And I like that so much. When we really are able to embrace the uncertainty, we let go. And when we actually surrender to this uncertainty, it can feel really comforting. And I think most of the time in our lives, we want to know what happens next, because we're afraid that we will never feel happy again, that we don't gonna end up with someone, that we don't get that job, we don't find a place of belonging. But I think, life would also lose its beauty if we would always know what's going to happen next. I would not want to read the book if I already know what's happening on the next page. So I really try to lean into this uncertainty right now. Another friend, she saw my last video and she sent me 2 songs. And one of the lines, there were 2 Taylor Swift songs. And I'm definitely not a Taylor Swift fan, but maybe I will turn into one now. One line was, it resonated with me deeply. And I felt so understood and seen in something I haven't felt seen and understood by the past days. No one teaches you what to do when a good man hurts you and you know you hurt him too. It touches a little bit on what I was saying in my last video, and how We always want to make someone a villain. We always want to think about someone in a bad way, but that's not gonna help. What do we actually do when the person who broke up with us was a good person and still is? Not just a good, an incredible human. So incredible. Also, what do we do when we know that we hurt them too? I feel this is one of the things I'm struggling with the most. Having compassion for myself, but also not to get too hard on myself. Because I see my mistakes. I see my responsibility in that breakup as well. And that hurts, and it's so difficult. Because of course it's easier to say, it was your fault. But yeah, what do we do when you know that you hurt them too? I think the answer, the solution I found for myself is having compassion, knowing that I didn't know better in that moment and that I was always trying to act from my best self and from love and my highest mission. And also knowing that I need each experience to learn and to grow, to become that version of me. This version of me was just allowing me to sit here right now and to have those realizations about myself. And yeah, taking responsibility for the actions, but at the same time, not judging myself for it. And also not judging the other person for it. Because we were really just trying our best.